Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Robbie One Kenobi, and last night we had the big Memorial Day edition of Monday Night Raw. Honestly, guys, I thought last night's show was just very average show. There was not a lot of memorable things that went down on this show, but the one thing that went down last night that got everybody buzzing, including me, because I did not see this coming for a second. It was crazy. It was insane. It was awesome. Whatever other word I can use positively to describe it. So last night, of course, was the big return of John Cena, big match John, and he made his return to Monday Night Raw. He was supposed to be out of action for about 9 months. He's coming back, 4 months in advance. He came out. He gave a very touching, patriotic speech in honor of Memorial Day. And then he started talking about, the new era. And he said it didn't matter if it was new era, old era, attitude era, 20th century era, Victorian era. If anybody is going to try and make an impact, they got to go through him. And as he said that, the music of AJ Styles hit. And I started thinking to myself, oh my God, like AJ Styles is going to come out and confront John Cena. And I started thinking, what's going to happen? They're going to confront each other. They're going to probably have a match at Money in the Bank. I was not like, I thought it was crazy what was happening. But then I was like, oh man, we know what's going to happen. It's going to be AJ versus Cena. They're probably going to wrestle at Money in the Bank. And Cena's probably going to beat AJ. I was like, AJ, don't get yourself into a fight with this guy. So AJ comes out, and then the crowd starts chanting. The crowd in Green Bay, man, they were electric for this moment, because you had the face of TNA, AJ Styles, coming face to face with the face of WWE, John Cena, and you had the crowd going, AJ Styles, let's go Cena. That crowd was electric, and it was just an insane moment to see AJ Styles and John Cena for the very first time together in a WWE ring. And AJ Styles then basically said he basically wanted to welcome John Cena back, because he knew, they were pretty similar with how they came up. Well, not similar, but they busted their asses to get to where they're at. They were practically the faces of their respective companies. AJ wanted to welcome Cena back. He extended his hand to Cena. Out came Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, formerly of the Club. They came out there and said, you know what, we're not like you, AJ. We don't kiss ass. We come to kick ass. And it looked like we were gonna get a fight between AJ and Cena and Gallows and Anderson. And AJ takes his shirt off. Cena tosses his hat, takes his shirt off, and then wham! Cena gets blindsided by AJ Styles. The Club starts beating down on Cena, and guys, I was shocked. I mean, this was a huge swerve. I did not see this coming. And I know we like to joke a lot about swerves, especially back in WCW 2000, because there were so many damn swerves, which were just ridiculous. But this was a swerve, guys, that I did not see coming, and I thought they pulled this off. This was so effective. I mean, it seemed that the Club was disbanded for good. It seemed like AJ Styles was going to go on his own. Gallows and Anderson were going to still be a team, but they were going to get back at AJ Styles, and they were going to beat him up and cost him matches and title opportunities and whatnot. And then when AJ finally stood his ground, then we were going to get Finn Balor. Balor was going to form the Balor Club, and you had the stage set for AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. But no, WWE threw us one hell of a curveball. You have Styles and Gallows and Anderson just beating down on Cena. You got Anderson Irish whipping Cena, Gallows knocking him down with a big boot. AJ just was so vicious, pounding down on Cena. And then when it looked like they were leaving, because after they threw up too sweet and the Club was back. The Club was back in the building. AJ dashed back to the ring, started pounding on Cena some more. It was crazy. I have never seen AJ Styles this vicious. I mean, this was one of the most insane things I'd ever seen. This was undoubtedly the highlight of last night's Raw. It was just shocking. You have people watching it going like, what the hell just happened? The Club, it looked like they parted ways, and it was a ruse pretty much. I mean, storyline-wise, it looks like a ruse. AJ, Gallows, Anderson back together. And AJ eventually, AJ stopped the attack. He went, he was leaving the ring. You got referees attending to Cena, and AJ's not done. He runs back to the ring, pounds on Cena some more. Freaking referees don't even try to stop him. They literally moved out of the way just so AJ could get back to attacking Cena. It was funny. It was ironic. But I mean, AJ Styles showed quite a vicious side in this heel turn. He did his pose with his gloves, where it says P1. I mean, the look in his face when he did that pose was it was insane, guys. And now excuse me. So now, guys, it looks like we are getting AJ Styles versus John Cena at Money in the Bank in about 3 weeks. I'm excited for this match, guys, because like I said, this swerve threw me. WWE threw a curveball at us with the swerve. We all thought Balor was going to come in a couple weeks, and he was going to form the Balor Club with Gallows and Anderson, and they were going to feud with AJ, and we were going to most likely get AJ versus Balor at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, because I don't feel like it's a big enough match for Battleground. But yeah, guys, I am just like really excited. I mean, that whole segment was the sole highlight, in my opinion, of Monday Night Raw. I mean, the New Day segment was fun. Enzo and Cass cut another great promo, but the true highlight of last night's Monday Night Raw, was Cena and AJ, and Cena turning on AJ and beating down on Cena with the club's help. I honestly thought, guys, that we were gonna get Cena and Styles teaming up at Money in the Bank against Gallows and Anderson, because that would have been a huge match right there. And then you would have had Gallows and Anderson pin AJ or even pin Cena. But it could continue the feud between the club and AJ. And then, like I said, eventually when AJ starts to hold his own, you bring in Balor. He's revealed as the new member of the club. He forms the Balor Club, and then you get AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. I'm sure we're going to get that match. I think at this rate now, it needs to happen at WrestleMania 33. That'd be freaking huge in Orlando. But right now, we're looking at AJ Styles versus John Cena. I feel like this is going to be as huge as when Kevin Owens faced John Cena for the first time. And ironically, guys, today is the 1-year anniversary of that match at Elimination Chamber when Owens beat Cena. A fantastic match. It was an awesome match, and I was so happy that Kevin Owens actually beat John Cena, because I was concerned they were going to have Cena beat Owens in his debut match on the main roster. This is going to have that big fight feel, because it is, for the first time ever, AJ Styles versus John Cena. And, I don't know how long ago people started, coming up with this match, the dream match, but this is huge. It is AJ Styles, the face of TNA, versus John Cena, the face of WWE. They're both renowned in their companies for what they've done. They are superstars around the world. They've won multiple championships. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a match. I'm so looking forward to this match at Money in the Bank. I would have preferred this match happen at SummerSlam, because it does have that SummerSlam big fight feel. If you remember, when I did my SummerSlam fantasy card predictions with Daniel Gaiza, we both predicted AJ Styles versus John Cena to be a big money match, high profile match, but we're going to most likely get it at Money in the Bank. I'm looking forward to it, guys, whether it happens at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. I mean, I would prefer it happen at SummerSlam on a bigger stage, but at Money in the Bank in Las Vegas, big fight feel, it's going to be awesome. I'm just looking forward to this, Like I've said in this video before, a lot of us thought Balor was going to debut and we were going to get Balor versus AJ. But now, just save that feud for WrestleMania 33. I mean, that would be freaking awesome when Balor does arrive on the main roster. Do him and AJ, WrestleMania, that would be freaking awesome. That's going to be a huge match when it goes down. But now, we're looking at AJ and the club. They're back again. And, with the club assaulting the New Day on Raw as well, and making a statement that they're coming for the tag team championships, they're putting the tag team division on notice. That's awesome. I mean, if by the end of the year, AJ Styles and the club hold pretty much all the gold, I mean, if Gallows and Anderson are the tag team champions, AJ is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and then, maybe Balor shows up and he actually joins the club and he wins like the Intercontinental Championship, then the club's going to hold all the gold. And you got to keep in mind, what's going to happen to the club when the brand split happens. But for now, I'm just looking forward to the fact that we're getting AJ Styles versus John Cena at Money in the Bank, most likely. I mean, we're going to get AJ Styles versus John Cena for sure this year, whether it be at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. I really don't feel like it should happen at Battleground, because I feel like Battleground is a very irrelevant pay-per-view. But the one thing that I do hope happens I hope AJ Styles goes over in this match. In my opinion, he needs to go over. The whole thing is, when Cena said, if there's any new era happening, they got to go through him. Cena's like the measuring stick pretty much. And what better way for three new talents like AJ and Gallows and Anderson to make an impact in WWE than by taking out pretty much the franchise player in WWE, the face of WWE, John Cena. I mean, this is a huge way for AJ particularly to establish himself as a main event player in the WWE. I think it's awesome. Part of this video is also going to serve as a video response to Delexman and Gold Standard 000 because they both posted their thoughts on AJ Styles turning heel. Was it the right decision? Was it a wrong decision? So this part of the video right here is going to be, in a sense, a video response to both of them. I have no problem with AJ Styles turning heel. Like I said, it's been mentioned. We all thought AJ was going to feud with Balor after he lost to Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules, and with the club parting ways the next night on Raw. I honestly did not see this coming. I thought we were going to get AJ and Cena versus Gallows and Anderson at Money in the Bank. Anderson and Gallows win that match. AJ maybe wants another crack at them. They keep beating him down, costing him title matches and whatnot. And then he stands up to him, and then you bring in Balor. Do I think AJ's heel turn is the wrong decision? Honestly, no, because I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with AJ and the club now that they've targeted John Cena and they've reunited. They practically spoiled John Cena's return to Monday Night Raw. Now, if nothing big comes out of this, if there's no big payoff at the end of this feud between AJ and Cena, then I'll pretty much say, yeah, it was a bad decision to turn AJ heel. But for now, I have no problem with AJ turning heel. I'm excited to see what they do with AJ Styles' heel. And, like I was saying, Cena said that whoever's part of this new era has to go through him. They want to make a name for themselves, they have to go through him. Well, AJ Styles has made a name for himself all around the world. He and the Bullet Club, Anderson, Gallows, the Young Bucks, they all made names for themselves in Japan and in ROH. What better way for AJ and the club to prove their dominance, establish their dominance, than by having them go through the franchise player, the face of the company, the measuring stick for WWE. I think it's great. I was going to do this whole fantasy booking video about how I would have booked the club, because originally when I found out they broke up, I was going to do a video about how I would have booked the club in WWE, and ironically, I would have had them all come together against John Cena. I would have had this thing where AJ was champion. I would have had him battle Cena at SummerSlam. I would have had Anderson and Gallows come out and pound Cena, and AJ pull him off and say, like, what the hell are you guys doing? This is my fight. You guys, I don't need your help. Like, have him grab a chair that they were going to try and use on Cena. And then the big swerve. AJ beats the hell out of Cena with a chair. AJ pins Cena, retains the championship. And the club is ultimately formed. AJ, Gallows, and Anderson, they duped us all. That's part of the fantasy booking video I was going to do when I originally found out the club had broken up, because I started thinking, well, was it a waste to really bring them to WWE this early, to even have them form? No. I'm looking forward to seeing what AJ has to say Thursday on SmackDown from a storyline perspective of why he and the club pulled this ruse. But I mean, from a storyline perspective, AJ is going after the top dog. And that top dog, of course, is, well, yeah, Roman Reigns is the guy. He'll tell you a million times that he's not a good guy, he's not a bad guy. But John Cena is practically the face of WWE. He is the face of WWE. What do I mean by practically? He's the franchise player. He's the measuring stick. And what better way for AJ to establish himself as the new face of WWE, so to speak, than by beating the franchise player in a huge match of this caliber at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. Whenever it happens, most likely at Money in the Bank, but whenever this match happens, John Cena cannot win. Like, AJ Styles has to go over. He has to beat John Cena, because I feel like if he loses, then it's going to take away some credibility from AJ and the club as a whole. If WWE is looking to establish the club as a dominant force, it starts with them beating John Cena. And, all of them, including AJ. And then, who knows? By the end of the year, you could have Gallows and Anderson as the tag champs, AJ as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. If Balor joins the club, have him win the Intercontinental Championship, and practically you have the club with all the gold except the United States Championship. I don't really know if anybody from the club's going to want to win the United States Championship. Maybe Kenny Omega if they bring him in. But, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens with AJ and Cena. I'm looking forward to seeing what AJ and the club have in store for Cena with this new heel turn. I don't think it's a bad decision because I got so excited for that moment, guys, as a wrestling fan. I mean, this has sparked a lot of buzz. You know, that's the kind of things you want to do on Monday Night Raw. You want segments and matches that are going to get the crowd buzzing. You know, in a moment like this, a segment like this, really got that crowd buzzing. I mean, I saw guys like Stevie Breach and Vince Martinez making videos shortly after this happened. I had to do this video today because I'm so excited. I feel like this is one of the hottest things happening in professional wrestling right now. The fact that AJ and the club are back. AJ turned heel. He blindsided John Cena, beat him down, and kept coming back for more. I mean, that was just the best moment of Monday Night Raw, hands down. One of the best moments of 2016. I mean, AJ's had 2 OMG moments so far. His debut, of course, at the Royal Rumble, and then this one turning heel on and backstabbing John Cena. I mean, I can only imagine that if this goes well and it goes AJ's way, the way we all want to see it, that this could ultimately lead to bigger and better things for AJ Styles and for the club in general. So, as my response to the Lex Man and Gold Standard 000, I don't think AJ Styles turning heel was a bad decision. I think it was a good decision. It was an unexpected decision, but it got the crowd talking. You know, it got the crowd invested. It got the crowd buzzing, that's for sure. I mean, when it looked like we were going to get AJ and Cena versus the club at Money in the Bank, AJ turns his back on Cena. AJ blindsides Cena in a moment that none of us saw coming. It was just awesome. I mean, I'm so excited for AJ Styles versus John Cena. I'm happy to see AJ as a heel because he got, like I said, me and the crowd buzzing, the whole WWE universe buzzing when he you know, laid out Cena, and he came back 2 more times to keep beating down Cena. And like I said, the face he made when he did his phenomenal one pose with his gloves was just like, wow, this is a very different side of AJ Styles, a very vicious side of AJ Styles come out. And I only hope they don't screw this heel turn up, because AJ Styles, as the leader of the club, as a heel, beating John Cena could lead to bigger and better things for them down the road. And I'm really looking forward to this match at Money in the Bank. You know, like I said, I still believe we'll get AJ Styles versus Finn Balor in the future. Save that for WrestleMania. That's a WrestleMania money match right there. But honestly, guys, when everything went down last night, I mean, I was just like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I loved it. It got me buzzing. It got the crowd buzzing. And it's just going to be crazy when AJ Styles and John Cena face off at Money in the Bank. But like I said, I would have preferred they do it at SummerSlam on a bigger stage, because you know that crowd in Brooklyn's going to be red hot for that match. But I really can't complain because AJ versus Cena, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, it's going to be an incredible match. And either in the crowd, whether it's in Vegas or Brooklyn, they're going to be red hot for this match. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Me giving you my thoughts on AJ versus Cena at the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and also having this be part of a video response, letting the Lex Man and Gold Standard know what I think of AJ turning heel. Was it a bad decision? Was it a good decision? I think it was a good decision because it got us talking. I don't really think it was a desperate move from WWE. I just did not see that coming, and that's how you generate buzz in your company and in your product, and that's how you make Raw a must-watch show when you have storylines and segments like that. So thanks you guys as always for watching and listening. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about AJ versus John Cena coming up on Money in the Bank. Would you have preferred they save this match for SummerSlam? Do you see Finn Balor maybe joining the club, aligning himself with AJ and Gallows and Anderson? As always, don't forget to share this video with your friends, like, and click that subscribe button as well. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for listening as well, and I will see you all later.